Yo, man, it's CricketTV, man, and we back with another podcast, episode 4, my guys. And we gonna kick it off today talking about what's going on in Memphis right now, man. Sad case, man, with Tyre Nichols passing away after the horrible beating by 4 black cops. It ain't even about the 4 black cops, or their skin color, their race. It's just the cops beating this man down in the middle of the street, man. Pulling him out his car and them having to run off. I know everybody's seen the footage. If you hadn't, you should go see it because it's a sight. It's a sight. And we kicking off with that because police brutality is at its highest. And I feel like this right here is at its highest point, it being 4 black cops. And I'm going to elaborate on what I mean by 4 black cops and along the way, but let's just focus on the cop part for a minute. Cops, they are meant to serve and protect. That's what they say. But then on the other end of it, they hire people that don't have a high enough IQ to communicate. 90% of a police job is communication. Communication. That's just talking. 90%. I heard this from a cop himself. Now, not all cops are bad, but when you can communicate, that's when the situation can get evolved more. But when you just go pulling somebody out their car, scaring them, that man was terrified for his life. And these protectors are chasing him down, kidnapping him, and just beating him down. And come to find out along the way, supposedly, they're still doing the investigation. This guy was supposedly messing with one of the cops, ex-baby mamas or ex-girlfriends or whatever. So it just kind of seemed like not a coincidence. Like they were waiting to find this guy. Like they were looking to find this guy. And his friends just didn't care. Then it's like, y'all were body cameras. Y'all were body cameras. So y'all just ain't give a rat's butt, rat's ass about nobody finding this out. Like y'all just thought this was gonna be swept up on the rug. Y'all should be ashamed. Y'all should be hurt. And y'all should be very afraid. And more importantly, y'all should be disappointed in yourselves. Because y'all wasn't only representing the police force of Memphis. Some of y'all was in colleges and in these groups and organizations like Africa or whatever, and now y'all making them look bad because of the way they do their thing, and now they're under fire because of what y'all did to this man. It's sad, man. It's really sad to see this happen at this day and age, and not it be all white cops, but more black cops. And come to find out, there was a white cop involved too that was recording everything. Where's his name at? Where are his pictures at? That's what I want to know too. Because he was there. He didn't try to stop it. He ain't do nothing to stop it. So where is he at? But at the end of the day, though, it just comes down to what did y'all get out of this? Except putting a city, a state, a country on edge even more. We already got a president that's way left. And y'all do this, and the man died days later. His mama and his dad so hurt, man. I seen them talking, y'all. Man, you gotta go see it. I seen them talking, man. They so hurt. And it hurts even more that is of the same race. To be honest with you, it hurts more when it's of the same race because it's just like there's no involvement of like care for life. Like no care for life. No care for none of that. No care. Even a dog will see that's wrong. And y'all just grab this man out of this car, man. I'm telling you, man, it's wrong. And they should be charged to the highest highest peak because it doesn't make sense. It just don't make sense, man. And I've seen it a bunch of times because I was really debating on talking about this or not. And I know I gotta talk about it because it's just one of them things in the black community that makes us question why. Everybody asking why right now. Y'all beat this man into a pulp. He was skinny. A little dude, probably like 5'11", 29, not old at all, young. He going to hospital. I see the pictures, and y'all have to face boom, 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 boom. Like, whoa. Y'all really beat this man down. Down. Like, you would think some white folks did that. And y'all black. Y'all know what racism look like and feel like. And y'all just didn't care. That's what it is. Y'all didn't care. And like I said before, I believe these police departments need to come together and make some new guidelines because y'all need to hire people with better IQs. This is a fact, y'all. I'm not just saying this. They hire people with a particular IQ that are going to listen to their instructions and take their job so serious because they feel so important because they weren't that person or that girl or that guy in high school, got to college and became somewhat of what they wanted to be in high school, got out of school. Now they got this position of authority and they take it to the highest length of authority and they really don't got no authority, as they can see now. Stripped of all power. Police brutality is at an all-time high right now. I'm telling you. And it happens all in the South. This happens down here all the time. I know in the North, y'all got y'all thing. But in the South, this happens all the time. And when is it going to stop? And I think the question is now, how do we make it stop? And the way we make it stop, hire people with higher IQs that know how to handle actual situations, that don't just go to an academy for 10 months to learn some crap and then get out and act like they have all this power and don't. Another example I got of a police officer, young, taking advantage of his position, playing with a gun, and shoots his friend down. Just so happened, the friend that died was a close friend of mine, brother. Happened in Palm Bay. Alex Wash. He died because his friend was playing with their guns because they're both sheriffs now. They're both sheriffs. They were playing the game. His friend was playing with the gun, forgot the gun was loaded, pointed the gun at his friend's head, Alex's head, and the gun went off, shot him dead. Just like that. Manslaughter. You're an officer, you're a sheriff. How do you not know the gun is loaded? Things like this, the community, the citizens don't understand how they happen if y'all get trained on these things. If you're getting trained for 10 months, you should know not to play with no gun. And here it is, a sheriff, 22 years old, playing with the gun, kills his friend that's also a sheriff. In Palm Bay, Florida. This happened not too long ago. I believe 2 months ago. I believe. Very sad case. It's getting out of hand, man. Polices and sheriffs need to understand y'all are held to higher accountability. And if they don't understand that and they can't deal with that type of pressure, they need to be fired. If someone sees something being done wrong, they need to let their supervisor know because it ain't snitching at that point because y'all are officers. Y'all not gang members or gangsters are thugs. No, y'all don't abide by the street code. Y'all are police officers. Y'all job is based on telling somebody what y'all seen. Then the little white girl at her police department having sex with all the officers and everything. That's on this other level. That's not police brutality, but it's still part of what polices are doing out here. And it just shows that, yeah, they're regular people and people do make mistakes, but when you put that badge on, you're held to a higher accountability. And it's time that this shit change. It's 2023, like everybody keeps saying, something gotta change. Cause it ain't just black no more, it ain't just white no more. Everybody going crazy out here. The policing in America is at its all-time worst. It's at its all-time worst, man. And us as a community, we need to come together. For real. I'm not just talking. We need to come together. Because it got to stop, man. Because the lower kids, generation, people, they're watching. Somebody always watching. Even if you don't think nobody watching, somebody watching. And a lot of cops don't think that nobody watching. That's why they think they gonna get away with everything and all this stuff that they doing. But it don't work like that. It don't work like that. Everything that goes in the dark comes to the light. It comes to the light. Speaking of coming to the light, we finna touch on Boston Richey little issue. Boston Richey, man. This right here, man. It's so because you got 1090 Jake showing all this investigation, all this stuff. Then you got Boston saying what he's saying, so you kind of, as a street nigga, bitch, you understand what he's saying, but then you see the other stuff is like, so it was kind of like, oh shit. But like on the last interrogation that 1090 Jake posted, I can say it kind of seemed like Boston was just saying shit and misleading the police now. He probably, you know what I'm saying, wasn't saying the truth. But from me actually watching it and studying it, it's saying like he was just saying shit. Now, is he a snitch? That's not for me to say. What I'm saying is, he a rapper now. This man done got signed, so now that's kind of going behind him. Though it's going to come up still in his future, I believe. But is he a snitch? His homeboy that he snitched on said he wasn't. So I'm leaning more towards that because, like, his whole city is standing behind him. His whole talent standing behind that boy. So, like, I can't really say he's a snitch, fuck nigga, this and that. But them interrogations, Taste and 1090 Jake, it's just a bad look, man. It's just a bad look, Boston. It's just a bad look. So now you got Florida on the edge, it kind of separate. These niggas might not want to fuck with you, these niggas might not want to fuck with you. Then your boy, NFL 2-Wop, them put the paperwork out there, so that made it even more like, damn, I'm gonna have to watch my bet with this nigga. But nah, though, man, that shit just be so iffy, man, because when you're a rapper coming from the streets and you portray a certain look and then this type of stuff come out, it makes you look flawed. In these days in rap and hip hop, if you're not doing what you're rapping about, people don't want to hear that shit. Except if you're some type of next level artist, Chris Brown type shit. But Boston, you came out a certain way saying certain things, so that's why it's kind of like you being held accountable. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't take it as 1090 Jake picking on you, but this way he do to make his money. And he just showing the truth. Can't get mad at the truth. Then the other YouTuber lawyer got on to say that it wasn't snitching. I really don't watch his stuff, but it kind of seemed like he did pay that man, because the way it happened. Do I know if he did or not? I can't tell you if he did or not. But it did seem like you paid that man, Boston Richey, to say that shit, you know. I ain't gonna lie, it kind of seemed a little iffy. Kind of smelled a little bad. But it did seem like you paid that boy, and I ain't gonna cap with you. But it all comes down to this, Boston, man. You got fans now, bro. Just got signed to, I think, Capital it was. So you an artist now. You official artist now. You a rapper now, man. So fuck all that shit, man. Get your money. Stay out the way, man. You ain't got nothing to prove to nobody, bitch. Your family straight. You straight. Just chill, my boy. Shit, you ain't gotta prove to nobody that. If a bitch fuck with you, they fuck with you. But I will tell you that shit did not look good, my boy, for Florida, because you know how we is here in Florida, bitch. You can't rap about that shit in Florida and not be doing it. Ain't nobody gonna stand behind you. Nobody gonna stay behind you. And I think they said he from the O2, but he went to Tally or some shit. I don't know, man. They said a bunch of shit. But I can say, though, it is kind of cool to see his city standing behind him. Tally, I believe that's his city. Now, it is kind of cool to see that. And the homie that is saying that he didn't snitch on him and they talked about it, whatever, that's cool to see, too, because you really don't see that a lot. You'll see more, oh, yeah, that, what, nigga snitched on me. He did that, ooh. And even if Boston did give him some money, that's between them. You know what I'm saying? Because we wasn't there. But it was cool to see that happening. They stood behind that man. It wasn't not on no set. This is not like a 6ix9ine case at all. People actually went to jail behind 6ix9ine. We can't really say nobody went behind, Boston and shit. So it's real different. You can't compare this man to 6ix9ine. I'm not finna say he's some 6ix9ine type nigga. That's not what I'm saying at all. All I'm saying is it look bad, but you can still make something come out of this shit. And you rapped about it, we seen the video, man. That song was hard too. You made about it, all that little shit. That shit was hard, Boston. But when we seen it, you know what I'm saying? But now you just gotta focus on the music, bro. I think you should just focus on the music, bro. Let this shit just blow over, bro. Because the more you talk about it, the more it gonna make it look kind of iffy. And you don't want a little iffy. Nobody want a little iffy. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of snitching, man, I gotta talk about that boy Gunna, boy. I gotta talk about Gunna. Damn, Gunna. Even Lil Durk put Lil Virgil in the song. He put Virgil in the song. He say Virgil told. Ooh, I can't recite it, but I remember it, and y'all do too. Damn, man. You got all these people on following you, Gunna, Baby, all them boys. I know it hurt. Well, it can't hurt that bad because we just seen you in the little drop top, sliding, smoking, saying fuck these niggas in your head because they just rappers. But goddamn, Gunna, we need to hear something from you, my boy. We need an interview or a song or something because when you got out, niggas was debating. Because, niggas then thought Thug told you it was straight. Then niggas started saying Thug ain't say that. So it's kind of like, what the fuck going on with YSL? Then you post niggas acting like they switching sides, but YSL won, the label, all that little shit. It don't look like YSL the one. I'm gonna be real. Cause you got one of the leaders of YSL, Mondo, you know what I'm saying what he's saying, doing what he doing, ripping it how he ripping it. It don't look like it's together, man, but we all gonna see how this pan out, you know what I'm saying? Because you never know how stuff gonna happen, man. I do hope Thug get out, though, and I do hope y'all come together, because YSL was one of the biggest, best labels, groups, record labels coming out of Atlanta, coming out of Georgia. Y'all was doing that. Y'all had that shit on lock. From Lil Key on down to Got It. Bitch, y'all had it on lock. And Lil Got It even said what he said, bitch, don't call his brother. Fuck. That shit just look bad, Gunna. That shit just look bad, bro. So I think you shouldn't even add nobody no more, bro, because niggas ain't fucking with that shit, bro. You taking that plea. They got memes about you saying, ma'am, you saying yes, ma'am, man. I would have just said yeah, to be real with you. But I understand your position, though, you know what I'm saying? One thing about life, though, you can always speak on somebody's situation and never know how it feel to be in that situation. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like, yeah, we get it, but it's kind of like, damn. If he did, though, can he come back and rap? Will he still be successful as he was in rap? With what's going on? Gunna, man, we need to hear from you, man. I'm putting it out there, man. We need to hear from you, man, because this shit is iffy, man. This shit is real iffy, man. It's just like, and I fuck with you. I listen to you. Just like everybody else in Florida. A nigga listen to you. But it's just a lot going on. And don't make it no better that Charlestonwhite said what he did. Clowning you, saying, I'm happy you snitched Charleston, funny. And to touch on Charleston too, man, I fuck with Charleston, man, because I see past that. See, if you get caught up in his pimping talk, you go, oh, this nigga, this and that. You can get caught up in that, man, because that's just what Charleston does. He give y'all the reality of what y'all accept. You know what I'm saying? Like, of what the masses accept, he give y'all the reality of what's going to happen. You know how you got the problem and the solution and the what it comes out to. Okay, he's what it's coming out to. The problem, the solution. Charleston is the person that's going to show you, okay, well, this what's going to happen. This how people going to act if you allow this to happen. That's all he really be doing. Because he already said this is just for the camera. He already said that. He don't take none of this shit serious. Because he know when that camera go off, a nigga be like, dang, I'm finna go to my baby mama. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I really fuck with Charleston, man. He be doing his little thing, man. But he do need to calm down on certain stuff. But that's him, though. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man. This podcast stuff is going on, man. I'm back with another one, man. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hopping in. Thank you for fucking with me, man. CricketTV, man. I'm doing it. Never gonna stop. Shout out to the city, man, for fucking with me, man. Shout out to everybody that's doing their thing, man. Shout out to Chauncey Gardner, the third Tiger to go to the Super Bowl. On the 12th, we're watching that, hoping the Eagles win. You know what I'm saying? Just for the city's sake, man. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, you making the city look good. You making the Tigers look good. Jawan, you made us look good going to the playoffs. Hey, man, let's keep going up, man. CricketTV, we here. Tap in.